Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and there's a little something more in the air than a gentle breeze off the Black Warrior. It's the opening of another Crimson Tide football season under the lights in Bryant-Denny Stadium. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. So the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers return man hardly helped out the offense with that one. And when you take the field with the confidence, the swag that this guy does, David, it just really elevates your confidence in the passing game.
Receivers don't usually lack confidence, and those are the guys that kind of set the tone. And that swagger sets the tone for this offense. And Jesse, you know he's going to make plays.
And that speed scares defenses too, because he can take the top off quick. These safeties better get back deep, or else this guy's going to take it to the house.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance when you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
The Hilltoppers decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll bring it back. It's Adams. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Crimson Tide offense comes out, and now they'll go on the attack. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized, and they have to play well for their team to succeed.
So, guys, over the last few years, there have been seismic changes to college football. Realignment, name, image, and likeness. But one of the biggest changes, the transfer portal.
Yeah, and now guys that are unhappy or in a situation where they see something that they'd rather be in, now you can leave, and there is no penalty. So a lot of recruiting, Jesse, on other people's teams that go on throughout a season.
Yeah, it's 365, and it's a lot of pressure on coaches to re-recruit their own players as well to try to keep those rosters intact. But the transfer portal completely flips rosters upside down. One team that struggles this year, if they get one key addition, it's a team potentially competing for a national championship next season.
Pressure coming. He's going to take off. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Now on 2nd down after the good 1st down run. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Buys a little extra time. He'll pull it down and run. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the 1st down. Just so hard to defend.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Scanning the field, it's Milroe. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They covered half the field with a 50-yard touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone, it's Jefferson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the heels.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. The handoff as they run the counter play here. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get there.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Quick completion on the out route. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Quarterbacks are just like anybody else. They get in rhythms. And to get in a rhythm early on 3rd down and have a little success here and get the sticks moving, great chance to continue to get this offense moving down the field to get some more points.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Johnson. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Makes a catch and knocked down. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. And the Hilltoppers will snap it on 1st and 10. The corners are walked up tight. Going to the run, it's Young. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And they'll get him on the ground at the 3-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Toppers.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
Man, that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Going for the big play. And that falls incomplete as they tried to wrap up the first quarter with a bang, but the incomplete pass takes us to the second quarter. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. On the move, it's Hutchinson. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Give to the running back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Trying play action. And they got him for the sack.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes that Alabama offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They move the tight end all over. They're getting this guy lathered up. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys. And there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And as an offense, you've got such a special talent playing QB. You've got to do a better job protecting him. If you can let this guy set his feet, he can light this defense up.
Offense gets set for second down. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to pass. It's Milroe. Makes the grab down the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Got it past the marker. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Throwing right. He's got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bama! You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate, give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Picked off. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
And that's just excellent cover. Big cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense up.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And he'll just take him in. This drive will start at the 25. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
You've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime,
Makes the grab along the left sideline for the huge gain. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. To the air on first down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And sometimes you got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold it that second too long when bad things can really happen. You could tell the clock went off, and he was throwing that puppy away.
And back to the air on second down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team has found themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
It's complete to the left. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Hilltoppers will have it first and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. It's complete. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Wants to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. And that pass picked off. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback checking off. To the air, it's Milroe. He'll take a deep shot here. Reels it in as he goes out of bounds on the right side for a huge play.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. He's going to pass. Feeling some heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in T-Town.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Hilltoppers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive. Give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The give and the run on 4th down. Looks like Alabama will pick up the 1st down.
4th and inches anywhere on this field. I don't care if it's in the red zone on your own goal line. If you have their offensive line, I'm going for it, and you just saw it right there. Get it done.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. Ready to fire from the pistol. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. It's complete. All kinds of running room. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. A 1st down run on the doorstep. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. Dropping back, it's Milroe. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Perfect execution by this defense. They played pass, sat back, looked at the quarterback, took everything away, and even better, good pass rush, finishes it, now put them in a predictable 3rd and long situation.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Ohio State looked dominant in a victory that was never really in question. That offense had zero problem putting up points, not unlike the days of Stroud and Fields and so many greats before them. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Red pass, it's complete. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. With the catch, it's Johnson. At the 20, he's got space. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Western Kentucky.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the returner will be dragged down. Here comes that Alabama offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time and took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now,
got a lot of running room. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it.
We got to give a lot of credit to the offensive line there. They were able to pave the way for a first down.
That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. They're bringing heat. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. Got his man quickly. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. The transition of Alabama quarterbacks over the years has been fascinating, from the dreaded game manager label to playmaker.
To playmaker, to spread it out, to Heisman winner. I mean, that's how much this offense has changed and evolved, and they're going to be aggressive, and they're going to score points in this new age era.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Quarterback will audible. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Haynes. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. coming after him. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it on the right. Oh, look out. There he goes. Still on his feet. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Hilltopper.
And I love the play call. Oftentimes offensively, you like to throw the football deep down in your own end and take shots because you're anticipating man coverage. So if you get a receiver that can get behind the defense, that has a chance to be a home run type play. And you saw it work out exactly that way right there.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They've got it out to the 34 after getting 5 there.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception in the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it. Almost had another interception.
They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
And offenses practice the situation. This is 4-minute offense. You've got the lead late in the game. You're trying to bleed the clock and just get first downs. They do that. They stay in bounds, and the clock keeps ticking.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Powerful running as he trucks his way to the 28.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Trying to find his man on first down. Going to try to get it himself. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown Tide.
And I love the decisiveness by the quarterback on that play. Nobody open downfield. I'm going to go get this myself. And I'm not just going to go get a first down. I'm taking this thing to the house.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. It's complete on the right side. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. The Hilltoppers come to the line in the hurry up.
Well, this defense is trying to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. That last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught behind the line. It's Smith. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. And the Hilltoppers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. He wants to throw it again. The freshman able to get home with the sack. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. He's looking downfield to throw. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. They got him down pretty quickly, but they're set up now at the 21-yard line.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
A shot for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Smart offensive coordinators, they're going to throw deep balls, especially those 50-50 balls you hear about all the time. My wide receiver is better than your DB. Well, not on this play.
Back to throw, it's Milroe. Using his legs to buy some time. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to throw for it. Snagged in the middle. It's Williams. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
And the offense putting up more points, and guess who's jacked up? This home crowd starting the season off with offensive fireworks and looking to go 1-0. They are loving their squad.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Virginia Tech was far from the friendly confines of Lane Stadium, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Looking to move it through the air. Finds his man. It's Johnson. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Looks as if they'll stay aggressive here. They go 5 wide on 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Catch open down the middle. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late.
Brings up second down.
Second down coming up. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. The offense down to the 25 now, 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Working that left side now. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
The Hilltoppers getting set on 1st and 10. Into the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, WKU.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
Time is against them. Still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. They're trying to get to him. Hits him in stride at the 10. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. After this, it'll be a wrap. He'll come out throwing on first down. Using the quick game. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse.